Hey, it's me again, surprise. Are you surprised to see me? No, of course you're not. You're here for a reason. So last time, it's what, day 4 now? Dang. Last time, gave a couple of tips on interviewing, and then I kind of said I had a few other little communication tips that I have and how to deal with those awkward moments. Well, I'm gonna tie in those awkward moments to maybe a few dating tips. Probably you single people out there. I know it's a hard life. I spent a long time there. So yeah, let's talk about communication tips for those awkward moments mixed with maybe a couple of dating tips. And it's hard because I can't really give the girl's perspective on dating tips, but I can give the guy's perspective on dating tips. And I've got some good tips. And ladies, if you want to watch just to see what's going on with that, that's fine. I also have the tips for the awkward moments that you'll probably want to pay attention to if you feel like you have a hard time keeping the conversation flowing, right? Anyways, so a lot of times when you're going to lunch with someone or hanging out with someone or whatever, new for the first time, distant relative of your mother's cousin twice removed or whatever, first time you've talked to them, right? A lot of times there's the hi, how are yas, right? Well, some people get stuck right after the hey, how are ya? It's good, right? But a lot of times there's little hints. Sorry, I just hit the table with the chair. There's little hints that people leave when you ask them that, right? And it's not always, but sometimes, regardless. A lot of times, if you ask someone how they're doing, they're like, good, man, super busy at work, right? They just left you a hint. They want to talk about work, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't lead into it with that, right? And then they say, how are you, right? And you can do the same. You can either leave a hint, or you can just say, doing good. What's going on at work? Why are you so busy at work, right? Because they said, good, super busy at work though, right? Or, good, but the kids have me running around like crazy, right? Oh yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. It's being able to pick up the little hints throughout the conversation of what they actually want to talk about. The people that are give you the one-word responses. Hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah, what have you been up to lately? Not much. They very clearly don't really want to engage in the conversation. But if you're in a situation where you have to conversate, that can be really hard to deal with, right? You just keep firing off little questions. What's been going on lately? How's work? How's the wife? How's the kids? How's the family? Until they give you an answer that gives you a little bit more on the end, right? How's the wife? Good. She's been a little stressed out though lately, right? Then you got something to play off of, right? That's one of the tips. Another tip is, once you get started on one of those trails, right, you pick up on a tip. They say, good, super busy lately, a lot of work, right? You go, what's going on at work? And they go, well, I got this new position and it's just really been stressing me out, right? It's called parroting, right? You take the last little bit of what they said and you repeat it back to them, but with a different fluctuation in your voice. So it's good, been really busy at work lately, got this new promotion, it's kind of stressful, right? You say, oh, you got a new promotion. You pick up on just that little section of it, and you got a new promotion. With a little bit of question in your tone of voice. Yeah, I got promoted to supervisor. You know, I got all these new responsibilities, right? You go, oh yeah, I'm sure that comes with a lot of new responsibilities. You know, and then you could follow it with what kinds of responsibilities? At your work, what does that involve? What does that entail? Right? You just pick up on those little cues and you learn the parroting, right? You know, a lot of people, what they really want to talk about, they'll give you that first answer followed by that tail, right? And then you parrot part of the tail back, right? And then they'll give you more and you can parrot more. You can just keep doing it, right? Like some people are really into cars, right? Good, I went to a car show last week. A car show? Yeah, I was in Scottsdale, Arizona at the pavilions. It's great. Right? And then you just keep feeding off of it. Oh yeah, what kind of car do you drive? Well, I drive I don't know, some kind of interesting, like a Corvette. I don't know, Lamborghini, Ferrari, yeah, anything. Some people are really into Subarus, right? They say, well, I got this Subaru, it's really cool, it's a WRX, right? Oh, the WRX model? Yeah, it's the one with the 2.0 liter turbo. I got a manual gearbox in it. Oh, how do you like the manual gearbox, right? You just keep feeding off of them. You get a little more bits and pieces and repeat it back to them with a question, right? Right? And then as you see that they're starting to fizzle out of information about their Subaru, right? Because you've parroted back so much to them. Then you either find somewhere in there along that whole story that you can relate. Yeah, I was looking at buying a Subaru one time. You know, I heard that Toyota owns 20% of Subaru. Must mean that they're pretty reliable, right? Because Toyota is known as a pretty reputable brand, right? You could feed off of little things like that throughout the conversation. So there's a couple of the, you know, dampening the awkwardness throughout some conversations tips that I have. I've got a few more, but that's for a later video. So we'll move into kind of like the dating scene, maybe a little bit. That's a little weird. It's hard to do. It's so awkward. It's so tense and uncomfortable for so many people. I remember, you know, I guess the key things are for you gentlemen out there. The most nerve-wracking part is the trying to get them to go on the date, right? That's nerve-wracking. And the best advice I have for that is, although it's super uncomfortable and you really are like, oh, I don't want to ask because what if she says no, right? You have to remind yourself that the worst case scenario is she says no, right? She says no. That's it. No, done, boom, over, situation done for, right? You don't have to deal with it anymore. You see him at school in the hallway, you be cordial. Let it go. It's fine. You gotta get comfortable hearing no. People are gonna tell you no for the rest of your life on all sorts of things. You gotta be okay with hearing the answer no, right? So, I mean, although it's uncomfortable, just if you allow yourself to even just have the confidence to ask once, right? Even if you hear no, you're like, whew, okay, she said no. That was bad, right? And you move on, right? And then you know, at least you can freaking ask the question, right? You did it, That was the hardest freaking part, was asking. And if she says yes, of course your confidence is gonna go up, right? So ask anyways. Even though you might get a no and it might be awkward and uncomfortable, ask. My other tip for dating is, there's a whole bunch of women out there that say that chivalry is dead, right? Guys don't open car doors, don't hold open doors, right? So be the guy who doesn't kill it. I don't care if you look stupid. I don't care if you think you look silly. Hold the door open. Get out of the car and go open her car door for her. Open the passenger side door first, right? Even if you gotta stick your key in the hole and twist it because you got an older car and for some reason it doesn't unlock, right? Open the car door for them. Be a gentleman. Pay for the first date. Just do it, right? Just do it. Don't go into the first date and be like, oh my gosh, I need you to split it with me. Don't. No, that's for later, right? That's once you're established. So be a gentleman. Be nice. Be cordial. It's not all about, taking her home, right? It's if you're dating, you should be dating with the intent to, potentially see a relationship with this person, right? If you're into the other kind of dating, then this isn't the video for you. I can't help you with that. If you want to do that, by all means, take what you can and go do what you're saying. But I'm giving advice mainly for the people that are trying to, build a relationship there, right? So my, third thing for dating, I guess? Yeah, because it was be bold enough to ask the question, right? Be a gentleman. The next thing I have is smell good. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you look. But if you smell good, you're gonna get a second look. If you just go in there smelling good, and don't bathe in cologne by any means. And I'm not really an Axe kind of guy. Not my thing. Don't bathe in it. Don't spread all over your body, right? Just like a touch here and a touch here. Done. That's all you need. Smell good. Go get yourself a nice thing of cologne. Right? Get some nice cologne that smells good and don't put it on too thick. A lot of people spray it in the air and then walk through it. I know that seems super silly, but it helps you not get like a dot of cologne with a watermark on your shoulder, right? Because that's too much. You don't need it to be that concentrated on your shoulder. Ain't nobody ever gonna walk up to your shoulder and be like, wow, you smell amazing. No. It's just kind of get it, lightly sprayed throughout this area so that when you walk past or you're standing next to in line or, you open the car door to let them in, they gotta walk past you, right? That smell is key. A lot of people will say that. So, those are my 3 tips for dating in this video, plus my other tips on communication, how to keep out of those awkward moments in this video. And that's all I got for you for today. But next time, come back. We're gonna talk about some more insightful stuff next time. And maybe we'll hang out with the dogs for a few more minutes. We'll see. And I've got a couple other projects going on that I want to talk about, plus another portion of my life with some experience in there that I want to share with you guys so that maybe someone can learn something from it. So appreciate if you come back next time, subscribe, hit the notifications button, and like the video. Help me out a little bit. I'm not trying to do you any disservice, but it helps me out. So thanks guys. We'll see you next time.